In this video tutorial, you will learn how to add or remove EKRA users, as well as assign access rights to various functions. EKRA users are administered via Smart Monitor software. When starting the Smart Monitor software, we connect to the required EKRA according to the video tutorial EKRA communication settings with PC. Then, log in with administrator rights. The login and password of the administrator are given in the user manual for EKRA ED2 series. After authorization, open the user administration window. The window that opens has 3 tabs. In the first tab, the setting of EKRA users is performed. By default, there are 3 users: administrator, engineer, and operator. A new user is added by clicking on the Add button. In the window that appears, enter the login using the list of valid symbols, and the password, which should consist only of numbers, from 4 to 16 characters in length. It is not allowed to assign the same passwords to different users. After filling in all the fields, press OK. You can view the passwords of existing default users in the user manual for EKRA ED2 series, but when putting the EKRA into operation, it is recommended to change the default passwords to more complex ones. To change the user password, select the required one from the list, press the corresponding button on the toolbar and enter a new password. Note that each user account is prohibited from using the previous 4 passwords. If necessary, a user with the administrator role can assign the password expiration period for each user by clicking the following button. The password expiration date is set in days in the range from 0 to 999, where 0 means the password expiration date is not limited. When the password expires, you will be prompted to change your password. You can also change the user password without opening the user administration window. To do this, log in with the required username and select the appropriate button on the toolbar. It is also possible to change the login by double-clicking the left mouse button. User group membership is set by ticks in the corresponding cells of the table, taking into account the fact that each user can belong to only one group. In the second tab, the setting of user groups is performed. By default, as well as users, there are 3 groups: administrator, engineer, operators. Adding, changing the group name and deleting is carried out in the same way as working with users in the previous tab. Please note that the administrator's group cannot be edited for security reasons. In the next tab, rights are assigned to user groups by checking the boxes in the corresponding cells of the table. To save all the changes made and close the user administration window, click the OK button. After setting the EKRA user account, let's check the possibility of authorization with this account in the EKRA. To do this, go from the main menu of the EKRA, for example, to Parameters and, when prompted, enter the password of the created user. After successful authorization, the name of the corresponding user will be displayed in the lower right corner of the EKRA display. This video tutorial is over. We hope it was useful to you. Thank you for attention.